Hey there, in case you're new to the channel, or you just forgot whose video you clicked on, my name is Tuquiller, and welcome back to Thank God It's Free, my series where I review, or I play through free games, or I play free games and then review them, and this time I actually have 5 factors. Like last time I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I think it still deserves that, the other one, but now I have a system, so now what it's going to be is I'm going to give this a star based on story. So 1 star for story. If it, if the story's good, I'll give it 1 star. And it's a star for gameplay, a star for family friendliness, a star for enjoyment, and a star for replayability. That's how the series is going to work now. And so today's game is called Off Peak. And yeah, so I guess we'll start off by reading the actual about this game thing. So it says, you're stranded at a cathedral-like train station in the near future, searching for a ticket out of town. Explore the secret passageways, interact with strangers, dig for records, and get hypnotized by the soundtrack. In the game, players will uncover a world where the fate of its musicians and artists is unclear, yet their tools of the trade are highly prized. Meanwhile, the station itself provides all the comforts a commuter could ask for. Great food, the best beer, entertaining board games, relaxing gardens. But who is really benefiting here? It is entirely up to the player to what degree they want to engage in and interpret Off-Peak's stories, characters, and themes. Off-Peak is a first-person adventure game that takes place in one giant area with multiple nooks, crannies, and hidden passageways to discover. Within its own bounds, the game can be explored at any pace or direction the player so chooses. On average, the game takes roughly 20 to 30 minutes to play in its entirety. Now, as you guys can see, this game was Okay, we're going to start with story, because that's the first one I wrote down. I gave it 1/5 of a star for story. I mean, it sounds like it's got a great story, but I could not actually find one. The only one I could find was, hey, look for the ticket. And that it was just lagging, it just didn't seem. I couldn't find, like, what I just read that about. I could not find anywhere in the game. Yeah, and then I looked. It says the minimum system requirements is Windows 7, which I have Windows 10. 4 gigs of RAM, which is what I have. Video card with 512 megabytes or greater VRAM. I don't know about that in my computer. DirectX version 11, I think I have that. Storage, doesn't matter. Sound card, oh yes. And then that's the minimum. So I have all the minimum stuff. And you can see, which is what. So as 1/5 star. We're moving on to gameplay now. You can see it's lagging so freaking much. So much in this. And I barely could move. In fact, at one point soon in the video, or you might have already seen it. No, I don't think you've seen it yet. But if you have, then, whatever. But in one point in the video, like, if it depends on if I time-lapse it, but that doesn't matter. At one point in the video, I fall through the map. Like, just plummet, and I had to restart the game. And actually, it's going to come up soon if I don't time-lapse it, but who cares? And so, it was just lagging. It didn't seem very fun. There wasn't much to do. Therefore, gameplay gets no stars. Next one, family friendliness. There were no swear words that I could find, or that I could see. There might have been, but I didn't play through the whole game. There were no, like, inappropriate scenes or anything. There was a couple making out in one of the places, but yeah, for family, I don't think that's a problem because it wasn't graphic or anything. It was basically just them holding each other. So for family friendliness, I give it a full star, because I believe that's what you have to remember, this is all my opinion. So if you don't agree with, like, making out and stuff, that's for you to decide. Personal enjoyment. I gave this a no star. I did not like this game. I did not personally enjoy it. It might have been the lag. It was just, there was the lag. It wasn't loading the textures right. Just I had to force myself to play it as long as I did. And I don't think, if you have to force yourself to play a game, you don't really want to play it. So that gets no stars. Replayability. I give this about a 5th star. Like a 1/5 of a star, because I don't know. It depends on what you do. Because if you just play through it to find a ticket the first time, then, because that's the main objective, then you could replay it and find all those secrets. But like, I only played it once, and I was still finding a bunch of secrets and finding the tickets, and there's no replayability for me. But I'm still gonna give it a 5th star because I can see how that would work. Sorry, there's some sounds outside. But yeah. So I do not personally recommend this game. If you want to get it and you want to try it out for yourself, because the recommended things for this game are a lot better than what I have. So if you want to go and you want to try out this game, you can search it up on Steam. It's called Off Peak, or you can go to the link in the description and find it there. But yeah, so that's my review of this game. I've already given my review. I don't need to say anything else. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, because I didn't. Thank you for doing what you do to support me with these videos. Thank you for supporting me with what you do with these videos. Even if it's just watching, it still helps me. And I guess we'll hang out in the next one. Cool.